Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be a perfect day to kind of give you a little meet the flock, show you all the girls and the rams, and talk a little bit about each individual sheep, some of the things I love about them. It's a beautiful day outside today, so I thought, why not do that? It's been a little while since I've done a YouTube video, so I was like, let's get back in the swing of things. We've got Miss Rue here. She's loving the cuddles. Freya's behind me. Hi. Gonna chew on my coat? Yeah, you're going to be funny. Oh, she's pulling at me. She's like, scratch me, lady. So I'm gonna start off in Ragnar's breeding pen. All these girls are Icelandic besides Rue. There's Rue right there. About half of my girls are unregistered and half are registered. I'm working towards a full registered flock, so when my ewe lambs reach breeding age, I will sell my unregistered ones, and the registered ewe lambs will then replace those registered ewes. I only had one registered ewe lamb born this year. She'll be ready to breed next fall, so then I will sell one of my unregistered girls next year, and then it will kind of work like that. So then I always have the same number of ewes, but just working to get to the registered flock. So I purchased Ragnar, my Icelandic ram, to bring in really good quality Icelandic genetics, so that way once I get my ewe stock really good quality as well, then I can start to think about importing semen from Iceland and artificially inseminating my ewes. I'm working to get really good stock in here, so that's what we're working towards. It's still a few years down the road, but I'm hopeful that will be my plan. Once I move out and have my own land and all that stuff sorted out, I hope to have at least 50 Icelandic ewes and hopefully 50 churros, so run kind of a flock like that. But that's the plan, so I'll show you the girls. Starting off here, we've got Gwen. She's one of my unregistered girls. She'll be 4 in the springtime. She was my first Icelandic ewe. I love her very much. She throws twins for me every year. She's a fantastic mom. I've never had to assist with any of her lambings. She's overall a really good ewe. Only downside to her is she seems to lose a little bit of body condition. When she's nursing her lambs, which is bound to happen, it just takes her a little bit of time to get her body condition score back up. So otherwise, I really love her. She has a really beautiful fleece. She's produced lots of gorgeous fleeces for me, and I've done bats and dryer balls with it. Next to her is Badger. Badger will be 2 in the spring. She's just a yearling. How I got Badger was I had this person reach out to me. They had a few Icelandics, but they lost the other Icelandics that they had from, I'm pretty sure, a predator. So they just had Badger left. They asked me if I wanted her, and I was like, of course. So that's why I got Badger. Got her last fall. She's definitely my smallest Icelandic. I assume that she'll fill out a little bit more in the springtime. She had a ewe lamb this spring, and she was a good mom. Had baby already up and nursing when I came out, so she's really good. She's got a beautiful face. She's a little badger face in color. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Super, super soft face. Miss Rue, my little unicorn sheep. She's 50% Navajo Churro, 50% Icelandic. She's a rosy gunner baby. I love Rue. I love Rue. She's born in spring of 2022. She was born, I knew I was keeping her from the start. I love everything about Rue. She's short and she's stocky. She's beautiful build. Gorgeous, gorgeous fleece. She's English blue in color, which is one of my favorite colors in Navajo churros. She had a ewe lamb this spring, Raven. And Raven's literally the twin of Rue. So I kept Raven. Rue's an amazing mom. She lambed unassisted. Baby grew really, really well. I'm excited for this girl. She filled out quite a bit this fall, but I think she'll fill a little bit more next spring after she lambs again. Miss Tulip. Tulip was also one of my starter Icelandics. I think she was my 3rd or 4th Icelandic I got. She's one of my unregistered girls. She'll be 3 next spring. She's a little bit smaller framed, similar to Badger. She had her first baby this spring. Fantastic mom. Just needed a little bit of help getting baby out. As you can see, she's got gorgeous fleece. She grows a gorgeous fleece every year for me. I've made lots of dryer balls out of her fleece. She's just a really nice ewe. Very friendly, loves scratches. Next to her is Miss Annie. Annie's one of my registered girls. She is a yearling, so she'll be 2 next spring. She came in my little batch of registered ewes that I got from BC last fall. I love Annie. She's tall, she's really long. I just like to see a little bit more thickness to her, but I think we can improve that a little bit as we breed her. Her babies can get that. She had a ewe lamb this spring, but baby I think was born a little bit too early, so ended up passing away. But she lambed unassisted and is a really good mom, so I'm excited for her next year, and I'm hopeful that she'll be able to have some very healthy babies and raise them all really well. There's Miss Annie. Next to her is Senna. Senna was my first registered ewe. Senna's just a yearling, my 4-H girl too, and she's a mouflon. I'm obsessed with mouflons. They're literally my favorite, besides Moritz. I love Senna. She's really thick built. She's very short and stocky. She had a ewe lamb this year. I was gonna keep her, but she passed away in the summertime. The fence panel fell on her and ended up killing her, so it was sad, but I'm hoping that she'll have a ewe lamb next year, and hopefully we'll keep him, or her I mean. She has definitely stayed very true to her black color. She stayed very solid, as you can see. Yeah, very nice. We have Inrama. Inrama will be 3 next year. She also came with Annie from BC. She had a ram lamb this year, first lambing with me. She did really good. Baby grew really well. He went off to his new home as a ram. She was pretty small when I got her, but she filled out a lot. This year she's caught up to my big mature Icelandic ewes, so it's very good to see. Next to Inrama we have Ragnar, my little ram. I just got Ragnar in the summer from Le Viscornu in Quebec, so he's my little guy to bring in the new genetics. I'm excited for this guy. He's got some really great lines to him. He seems like he's gonna mature really nicely, so I'm excited to see his babies next year. Miss Lily and Sassy Greta. So Lily is one of my yearlings, my unregistered girl. Oh, I forgot to add, Ragnar is registered, and so is Inrama. So Lily's unregistered. I got her last fall. She has matured very, very beautifully. She's very tall, just a little bit smaller framed. But she had a ewe lamb this year, and she did really, really good. Baby grew really well. She was very milky. She just needed a little bit of help to get out baby. You hear that? That's the dog trying to escape over there. Cecilia, she'll be, I think she'll be 3 next year, 3 or 4. And she came from the same flock as Lily. This was her first lambing with me this year, and she did really good. She had twin ram lambs, and they both grew really well. She raised them very well, and she was a very, very good mom. She had her babies up in nursing when I came out, which was really nice to see. She's very tall, long, broad built. Her lambs would be really good carcass lambs, which is something I really love with her. She's got a beautiful, gorgeous fleece, super, super soft. She always manages to keep it really clean. Knock on wood. She's really nice. Greta, right here. Greta came from the same flock as Annie and Inrama as well. Greta's really nice. She's really tall and long and broad. She's a little bit narrow in the chest, but I think getting some of Ragnar's lines on her will get her babies with some broader chests, but she's very nice. This year was her first lambing with me, and she did really good. She had twins. Lambed unassisted. She produced lots of milk. Babies grew really well, so that was very nice. I'd love to keep a few of her daughters in the future. Olive, my favorite, more gray. I say favorites for all these colors, you guys. I love these Icelandic colors. So Olive's from the same block as Tulip. I love Olive. I wish she was registered. She's got all the stuff that I really want. She's shorter, but she's so stocky. Like, she's got a really broad chest and back end. Only thing with her is she always likes to throw singles for me, so I'm really trying each year to flush her and get her to conceive more, but she seems to just throw singles, which is fine. She's a fantastic mom. She's always lambed unassisted, and she just does really good. Lacey. Lacey's also from the same flock as Olive. These girls, both Olive and Lacey, will be 5 next spring, I believe. So Lacey's also like Olive. She's short, she's stocky. I really wish she was registered. They both got very broad chests and back ends, which is something I really adore. It's good for lambing. Lacey's awesome. She's thrown lots of twins for me, and she's just a really good mom. Super, super milky. That's her daughter right there. I kept her daughter. Gorgeous fleece, as you can see, gorgeous fleece. I've made jar balls and rugs from her fleece. She's a really nice ewe. Miss Freya. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of Freya. She's a little nosy and sassy and my little fence escaper, but I love her. Freya will be 2 next spring, so she's a Lacey daughter. Yeah, Lacey passed on all her traits to Freya, which I really adore. Super thick. She's awesome. She's a good mom. Had her first baby this spring, and she did really good with him. Astric here. Here's Astric. So she's Gwen's sister. She's really nice. She's built a lot like Gwen. They're twin sisters, so they've got a lot of the same traits. Gorgeous fleece, super soft. She stayed very true to her black coloring, very similar to Senna. You can see she's got a little bit of silver in there, but otherwise she stayed pretty solid. She's thrown lots of twins for me. She's a really good mom. Never had to assist with any of her lambings. And her babies are really, really beautiful, so she's really good. And Astric will be 4, I think, next spring. And she's one of my registered girls. Here's Gwyneth. She will be 4 or 5. There's too many years to remember. She's 4 or 5. I have to look back on her records. She came from the same flock as Greta and Annie and Rama. I love Gwyneth. Sadly, she was open this spring, so I'm hoping that she'll have babies again next year. And she's a beautiful mouflon. I love Gwyneth. She's short and stocky. She's got all the characteristics I want. She's really broad in her chest and back end area. Really hoping she catches this year, and I can keep some of her babies. I really love her genetics, so I'd love to have some of her daughters. And lastly, we have Miss Ida, who's been trying to get away from me. She's also one of my registered girls from the same flock as Gwyneth and Rama and Annie and Greta. I love Ida. She's really tall and long. She's pretty thick. Just like to see a little bit more thickness on her chest, but otherwise she's really nice. She had a ewe lamb and a ram this spring. I kept her ewe lamb, Fiola, and I love Fiola. Those are all these girls. And now we'll look in Rowan's pen. So this is my Navajo Churro breeding pen. Here's Mr. Rowan, big man. Rowan will be, I think he'll be 3 next spring. This is my second breeding with Rowan. I love this guy. He's my first Navajo Churro ram I've ever had. He's a great ram, very friendly. He's never rammed. He's very calm, very nice with his ewes. He's produced lots of beautiful babies for me, so I'm very happy with this guy. And I'm excited to see his babies again next spring. To start off, we've got Miss Honey. So Honey she'll be 4 next summer. I love Honey. She's got a gorgeous, gorgeous gray fleece. She's my smaller Navajo Churro ewe, but she's always produced twins for me, and she's a really good mom. Yeah, her babies are gorgeous. I love her. Rosie, who is in the breeding pen, but she is pregnant with oops babies coming in February. As you can see, she's getting pretty large. Rosie's really nice. She's also one of my gray girls. I only have 2 gray churros. She's also had twins for me. This is Rue's mom. Kept one of her babies this year as well for the butcher. She carries the genetics of over 4 horns and lots of spots, so her babies come out really, really gorgeous. Little like Holstein sheep. And Rosie will also be 4 next spring. I've got Miss Nala. Nala will be 3 next year. So Nala is a 50% Navajo Churro, 50% Black Welsh Mountain. So her babies will be a fun little cross next year. Nala is my 4-H girl as well. This year's her last year in 4-H, so I'm looking forward to it. She's had singles for me, both her lambings, and she produces some really thick, meaty boys. I butchered her baby last year, and I'll butcher him again this year. She throws single ram lambs, which is fine, because they're really nice carcass lambs. So I'm excited to see what Rowan brings for her. He's a really nice thick boy, so I think there'll be some really nice meat lambs from them next year. Magenta. Don't tell anyone, but she's one of my favorites. I love Magenta. So Magenta will also be 4 next year. She was my 4-H girl. She just finished 4-H this year. You can only be in 4-H for 3 years, so she was done. I love Magenta. She throws some really nice big lambs, and she carries lots of brown in her. So her babies come out really nice brown. colors to them. They've got some gray in them too. But yeah, I really like her. She's very friendly, very cuddly, great mom. I've milked her both the times after she's weaned her babies, and I've made lots of sheep milk from her milk, so she's a really nice girl. Sunshine. Here's Sunshine. She'll be 4 next spring as well. I really like Sunshine. She just can be a pain in the butt when it comes to lambing. I was going to butcher her, but I didn't end up getting her butchered. She's a good mom. She just takes a little while to warm up. Like the first year she had twins, she rejected the one and I ended up bottle feeding it. This year she had 2 and it took her a while to come around, but she did, and she raised them all fine. But she just she's very shy, so she's a shy mom too, but we'll see how she does again this spring. I do have one of her daughters though, and she's really nice, so we'll see. Miss Belle. She'll show her face for you guys. Hi, Belle. Hello. Hi, baby. Hi. If you guys have been following me for a while on Instagram, you would remember Belle. She's my bottle baby from last spring. This farmer, he had a barn fire and his milk machine burned down with his barn. So we had a bunch of bottle babies that were getting to be a lot of work. So when I seen them, I was like, well, why don't we take a bottle baby? So I ended up getting a bottle baby. She's a Rito. Definitely not even the same breed I have, but I was like, I don't care. She's a good mom. Bottle baby, she was so confused when she had her babies, but it took her a few days and she came around and she was a really good mom. So I've kept both of her babies and they're both going to be raised for meat. Really nice babies too, so excited to see her babies next year. And maybe we'll have triplets. And can't forget about Miss Snow. So here's Snow. She'll also be 4 next year. She's a really nice ewe. She's kind of similar to Sunshine. She's a little bit shy of a mom, but she does really good. She's a really big ewe, so her babies come out really big carcass. I'm excited to see her babies next year. She's really friendly too, so it's really something good. Hey, Snow. She won't even show her face. Snow, show your face. Snow. Snow, show your face. She's like, I'm eating. Don't bother me. Now, I'll show you the babies. This one is one of my butcher lambs. She is a Belle baby. She looks a lot like her mom. Very sassy, like her mom. Yeah, she's like Belle Jr. This is Teddy. Teddy's one of my meat lambs too. He's a honey Rowan baby. As you can see, he's got all the nice spots like Rowan. He's very friendly and cuddly. Don't mind how messy and dirty they are. They're eating good. Miss Raven. So this is Rue's daughter. She's a rosy grandbaby. She's English blue like her mom. Very sassy like her mom. Very loud like her mom. Yeah, I'm excited for her. She'll have her first babies next spring. Or not next spring. 2 more springs. But yeah, she's a very nice girl. This cutie, little Holstein looking guy. This is one of Rose's babies. This is a Rosie Rowan lamb. He's one of my butcher lambs as well. He's pretty shy, but he's still pretty friendly. Hi, you want to be the center of attention, don't you, Brow? Hey? This is one of Nala's lambs. As you can see, he's huge. Comparatively to all the other babies, he's like a sumo tank. So yeah, he's one of my butcher lambs. You're pretty friendly too. And I got AJ. So AJ is one of Gwen's lambs. He's my fiber weather. His dad Alec passed away a few weeks before lambing, and I knew that I wanted to keep one of the lambs out of him to kind of keep his fiber genetics. I really liked Alec, so when AJ was born, I knew that I wanted to keep him. So he got weathered, and he'll stay as a fiber weather. He's got gorgeous solid black fleece, so I'm excited that I've got this guy. Yeah, he's a really nice boy. Very friendly and cuddly. Now this is one of Belle's other babies. So Belle had twins this year. Also just like Belle, very sassy, very loud. Another Belle Jr. She's just producing these Belle Juniors. Yeah? You were like your mom. And a tiny body. Right here, we've got Stella. Stella is a Sunshine Rowan baby. She's pretty shy like her mom, but I'm slowly winning her over. She also looks like a little Holstein. She'll also have her first babies in the spring of 2025, just like Raven. And the last baby in here is Viola. This is an Ida Alec baby. She is a black mouflon pattern as well. She's hiding now, but she's the one right there. She's very friendly, very, very sweet. Her fleece is really felted, so I don't think I'll be able to use it this year, but I'm excited for her and excited to see all her babies in the future. I love these babies. You guys are so cute. Babies are definitely the friendliest out of all the bunch. Are you biting my finger? Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video of getting to meet all the sheep. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss every time I post a new video. If you have any questions or comments, please make sure to leave them in the comments and I will try and get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.